One simple strategy that I followed since I was in college was investing in Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF VOO, and from that one decision, I will be a millionaire in my 30s. And it certainly wasn't easy, but in this video, I'm going to be going over how you as well can become a millionaire by investing in an S&P 500 index fund like VOO. And I'll even reveal my secrets and 6 steps to propel you to this achievement of becoming a millionaire status sooner rather than later. Now let's get started. My investing journey started when I was 19 years old back in late 2019 when I first started my first $5 initial deposit into buying VOO. And my father always instilled good financial behaviors like never buying anything that you can't afford and don't get into bad credit card debt. Because that 3% cashback might sound super nice at the moment, but it doesn't sound so good when there's a 30% interest rate charged to you every year. And finally, to invest my money when I got a job in and out of college. But the word investing sounded so confusing at the time, and it was just so broad. I ended up researching for hours on end and learning more about investing from my economics and finance classes at my university. And when I was 19 years old, I finally had the courage to open up a Vanguard brokerage account and then later a Vanguard Roth IRA account and deposit thousands of dollars more than my initial $5 investment inside of Vanguard's VOO. With over like 9,000 ETFs, I believe in 2024, I chose the famous Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF VOO to be the only ETF I would contribute to. That is until the last couple of years when I added new additions to my portfolio if you've been following my channel. But VOO is my highest holding by far at the time of this recording of $42,147 total invested in VOO, and since the S&P 500 has given a historical average annual return of 10.56% over the last 100 years, if we go and plug these figures into a compound interest calculator with my $2,000 monthly investment that I've been doing into VOO, at this rate in 16 years, I will be 39 years old with over $1.1 million. And that's only accounting for VOO and not even my other investments that I have tens of thousands of dollars in. So if anything, I'll be a millionaire before 39 years old because of these other investments coupled with VOO. So very quickly on even what's the S&P 500, it's an index fund that invests in 500 of the best companies in the United States. Think of it like owning 500 different individual companies, but in one simple and easy strategy like how I do it, which is buying an ETF or exchange trade fund like Vanguard's VOO. Basically, VOO is the exact same thing as the S&P 500. If you look at the holdings of the S&P 500 and the holdings of VOO, they're going to be the exact same with the same percentages. VOO also has an expense ratio of 0.03%, which makes it one of the cheapest ways to invest directly into the S&P 500. In simple terms, for every $10,000 you invest into VOO, the fee you pay Vanguard annually is $3. Not too bad if you ask me. Okay, back to where I left off on how I'll have $1 million inside of VOO at 39 years old. So how I have over 42 grand inside of VOO was basically it all started in college. Now after college, I had no student loans. Thank God for that. If I did have any student loans, I would pay them off as quickly as possible to avoid racking up interest payments. Now, I received a scholarship to run cross country and track in my university, NCAA D1, ended up doing some pretty cool things, but that's besides the point. The main thing was I worked a ton in college. Like if you want to have any sort of money, just put in the time and hours and literally work your tail off. Throughout college, I worked about every job you could think of, and at times I would work 2 to 3 jobs at a time. So step 1 is to work hard and open up a brokerage account, hopefully with a reputable company like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, or Fidelity, just to name a few. Simply choosing VOO as the fund and then depositing money into your account and investing. And how to get money into your account if you don't have daddy's money is to, well, work hard. And I did just that. I worked at pizza parlors, restaurants as a busser, grocery stores, math tutor, helped teach personal finance and investing classes, valeted cars, washed cars, and you get the point. I'd say I invested around $500 per month inside of VOO while I was in college. Now that I'm out of college, I've invested around $2,000 per month only into VOO, and I do a lot more money into other ETFs because I now work in the finance industry from my bachelor's degree in college. A typical day in school looked like waking up and then going to run like 10 to 16 miles in the morning with my team, going straight to class for the next few hours, and then at night going straight to work, whichever job I had. Nothing beats hard work, guys. I don't care what it takes, even taking on a side hustle, getting another job, or just cutting costs or unnecessary expenses to pay off some debt, and then maybe even kickstarting your investing journey. Like, my clothes aren't designer. This is like a $10 shirt from Marshall's. I cook my own food and I live well below my means. Step 2 is the buying process, or dollar cost averaging, which means to buy an investment, in this case VOO, on a regular basis like weekly, monthly, or every day if you really want to. And I buy regardless of the share price because I am a long-term investor. And I don't need to time the market because time in the market beats timing the market. Step 3 is to always reinvest your dividends. VOO pays a quarterly dividend on average of 1.35% yearly, so with my $42,000 investment, I'll receive exactly $567 in annual dividend income. But instead of transferring that money back into my bank account, I will literally reinvest the money back into VOO and buy more shares. So every time you receive a dividend, Vanguard has the option, and so does other brokers, whether you want to have that money back into your bank account, back into your buying power, or just back into the stock that gave you the dividend. So in this case, I chose to put the money back into the stock to immediately buy more shares. This will allow me to build a larger position in the S&P 500, receive more dividends for years to come, and increase the power of compound interest and the dividend snowball. Step 4 is the psychology game in a recession or down market, and that's to never sell in these environments, like COVID, for example, in 2020, when the S&P 500 was down over 30%. Instead of getting scared and selling all my shares of VOO, I just bought more shares. Because when a stock goes down, obviously you're buying the stock at a discount or fire sale. And the dividend yield goes up, like VOO is paying a dividend yield of over 2% for a short period of time, which is insane because you'll never see the S&P 500, or at least rarely, go over that 2% dividend yield. So I benefit both ways from higher dividend payments right now and in the future by scooping up those cheap shares, and then inevitably when the S&P 500 recovered, I was a happy camper and made some money. Step 5 would be to stay the course because we live in quite a volatile world. Housing prices are just insane. We might experience a job loss, a death in the family, putting kids through school, or just bumps along the way. But if you start to invest as early as you can with any amount, like $5, $10, $50, $100, I don't care, and maybe you start in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, preferably you want to start in your 20s to really take advantage of compound interest because that's the most powerful wealth building tool before you're in your 30s. But I really don't care how old you are, as long as you build that investing muscle and start today investing in your future and your retirement and really building wealth for yourself. And you stay the course with buying VOO or any ETF of your choice and just truly work hard and never give up on your investing journey and just buy the fun and never look at it for tons and tons of years to come, I can almost guarantee that you will be a millionaire and have more money at least in the future than you did today. Step 6 is the final bonus step, and that's going to be to use this one investment account that I personally use to propel my returns and get free money to invest for retirement. Now, the account is going to be a 401k investment account that's going to be available to you if you work for a company or a firm and you are a full-time employee, as a benefit to you as an employee. Why people even contribute to a 401k and invest in it is because of the match that your company might offer to you and because you can use it to deduct taxes. A match is going to be free money. Yes, I said free. If your employer has a 5% match up to your salary, so let's say you make $75,000 a year and you can contribute 5% of your salary into your 401k, then that's going to be $3,750. Since your employer matches up to 5%, then you literally get another $3,750 added into your investment account to your 401k for free for you to invest for your retirement. So it's literally going to be like doubling your money instantly and then making more money on capital gains and dividends if you choose an S&P 500 fund for your 401k. So please take advantage of a 401k investment account if your company offers a match. Personally, my company offers a 7% match, and I will always contribute my bi-weekly paychecks towards my 401k to propel my returns up to this millionaire status as fast as possible than if I didn't use my 401k as an investment account. Now, my last words are going to be to never give up. Whether it's in life, your investing goals, or maybe your goal of being a millionaire by investing in the S&P 500, or honestly whatever investing strategy that you have. And invest in other avenues that isn't only stocks, like your health, maybe going to the gym, investing your time with loved ones, and increasing your value and skills, because when you do all these things, not only will you be in incredible shape both physically, mentally, emotionally, but you'll have amazing relationships with your friends, your family, your spouse, and you'll just feel good and great. And you'll make a ton of money in the long run because you increase your value as a person and invested in the S&P 500. And you'll always be happy if you're just happy with yourself and have a positive outlook on life. That about wraps it up for this video, guys, on how I'll be a millionaire in my 30s by investing in the S&P 500 ETF VOO. Now, if you guys like this video, please give it a like because this cute puppy did, and comment down below if you are a Vanguard investor or whatever S&P 500 fund that you are investing in. And if you guys like this video, then you're going to be loving this video right here. So click on this video to see how much of the S&P 500 you should invest for your portfolio for the highest returns. Now, I love you guys so much. Continue to crush in the stock market and take it easy. Peace.